Welcome back. This is 1.1 part 3, so these are things that you need to be writing in your notebooks again instead of just looking at. Hopefully part 2 was able to help you kind of visualize what is happening when you see a picture like that. That is something that I'll draw for you instead of just showing you it in the 3D space, or obviously your book will be drawing these things in 2D space. They won't be showing us in 3D space the diagrams, but hopefully you can appreciate what's happening in a picture like that. We have those points. Some of them are on the plane, it looks like. Some of them A isn't, stuff like that. So we have some vocabulary words that we're going to learn that are going to help us make connections between these points. So the first one is called collinear. This is points that lie on the same line. And I am going to slightly edit how I've put this because technically it's an adjective. So collinear points are points that lie on the same line, like E, F, and G right here. I can put a line, the same line through all three of those, so E, F, and G are collinear. Okay. We can have things that are non-collinear, so they're not on the same line. Like I could put a point H right there. There is no way that I can make a straight line that is going to go through E, F, G, and H. It's honestly not going to go through E, F, and H, or any combination that includes H. It's not going to work if you have 3 points. So, let's say that E and H, or H and G are non-collinear. They are not on the same line. All right, another one that we've got is coplanar. So let me say, all right, collinear, highlight it. Non-collinear, we don't really need to highlight, but just remember it's the opposite. Coplanar. That is, well, those are points where the points lie in the same plane. So an example of coplanar points would be something like this one that I drew over here. So you could say B, D, and C are coplanar. Or I could just draw a plane. Oh, not like that. Draw a plane around everything that I have here and say, okay, all of those things are sitting on that plane. That means that E, F, G, and H are all coplanar. to each other, and we can say that point A over here with this this diagram here, point A and C are not coplanar. So we can make those distinctions. They're all on the same plane, they're all on the same line, all right? So the next thing that we have to look at is naming. So let's just take this again, and I'm going to work with this more. So you can just leave it up there in your notes, but I'm bringing it down here, and we're going to talk about naming. When you are naming a point, you just say point A, or you could just call it A. Okay. When you are talking about a line, you have to have 2 points listed. So our line could be AD. That's a line. It's very important that you put those arrows on the end as well. And where does that come from? Why do we have to have 2 points listed? Well, it's actually right here when we have exactly 1 line between a pair of points. So a line can be defined by the pair of points that it goes through. The arrows on the ends are for if you just have a regular line. Sometimes we'll deal with things that are line segments. We'll get into that, and you would not draw the arrows on the end. And then planes. For naming planes, you would say plane, and then put in 3 points that are on that plane. So I said that B, D, and C are all coplanar, so I'm going to say plane B, D, C. Now, it's very important you can put any combination of B, D, and C down and say plane B, D, C, but you can't have A in there, okay? And then again, like we had the two points that you need to identify to name a line, we have any 3 points going through a plane, so just pick 3 points to name your plane after. You have to have the 3, so 1, 2, and 3 as you go up. You don't have any like special symbols, you would just write out plane. The other thing that can sometimes happen, this can happen with lines as well, is I have like this little P down in the bottom there. Sometimes they will give it a name just like they've given the points names. So I could say plane P, and I'm talking about the plane that's drawn that has a little label that says it's plane P. Okay, so that's pretty much it for now. We're gonna look at naming things tomorrow in more depth, and I'll see you then. Okay, bye.